Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As the opposition, I stand firmly against this motion. Our opposition is grounded in several key arguments that consist of economic sustainability, quality of education, fairness, and the broader society impact. First and foremost, let us consider the economic implication. Implementing free education, university level education will impose a significant financial burden on the state. Education, particularly at the university level, is not cheap. Funding such endeavor requires substantial resources that must come from somewhere, most likely from increased taxes, reallocation of funds from other critical areas such as healthcare, infrastructure, and social service. And taking information from the 1.9 million students is a very difficult thing to actually fulfill and implementing such program, especially considering there are countries that already implemented or attempt to implement these free higher educations, such as Germany and Sweden, and often experience significant financial strain. Their government must consistently invest a massive amount of taxpayer money to keep this institution afloat. This can lead to budget deficits and increased national debt, and putting a strain on their economic and potentially leading to austerity measures that harm the most vulnerable population. These cases also apply to Indonesian country as a whole. Another critical point that I like to point out is that the potential decline in the quality of educations when university rely solely on the government funding. They often face budget constraints that can lead to overcrowded classroom, insufficient resources, and underpaid faculty. And considering this can diminish the quality of education students receive, ultimately devaluing their degree and diminishing their competitiveness in the global job market, especially if in Indonesia, considering in Indonesia, there have more vacant job vacancy than there are job room for people who already finished their degree or finished their university education. So, in contrast, when students contribute to the cost of their education, universities have additional resources to invest in high-quality facility, research opportunities, and attracting top-tier faculty. The tuition fees paid by students are a significant source of revenue that can be used to maintain and enhance the quality of education. Removing this source of funding could also lead to decline in standards and a poor educational experience for all. And the and also, while government team argue that the free education promotes equality, it often does the opposite side. Wealthier families are better positioned to take advantage of free university educations since they already have more resources from the beginning to support the children through their studies. Meanwhile, students from disadvantaged background might still face barriers such as cost of living, textbooks, and other necessary expenses, which are not covered by free tuitions, even if they had a scholarship funding them. Moreover, when education is free, there is an often increase in the number of students enrolling in university. This surge can lead to more competitive admission process and a higher entry requirement, making it harder for students from less privileged background to secure a place. Additionally, the increase of student numbers can lead to a strained resources and reduced attention from faculty, which disproportionately affect those who need more support, like people or person from a low income background family. Okay, and let us consider the opportunity cost involved. The fund required to provide free university education could also be better spent on improving primary and secondary education, vocational training, and other forms of post-secondary education, probably like extracurricular activities in high school or probably in a middle school facility. Focusing on this area too, we can ensure a more equally distribution of educational opportunities and support a broader range of career paths in the future for these students. And investing in primary and secondary education has a more significant long-term impact on society rather than just giving a free fund or free university educations to the students. And also, it could ensure all those children and students, regardless of their economic background, receive a strong educational foundation. Similarly, vocational training programs can address skill shortage in various industries and provide viable career path for those who do not wish to pursue traditional academic growth. Charging tuition fees also incentivize students to take their study seriously. When students invest their own money, they are more likely to be committed to their study, work harder, and complete their degree. This sense of financial responsibility fosters a culture of education and perseverance, which is beneficial not only to the students but themselves, but to the society as a whole. And free education also might lead to students taking their study less seriously, as there is no financial consequences for their underperformance or dropping out from university. This could result in higher dropout rates and prolonged study periods and a general lack of focus and commitment among studies. And with financial investment in education, foster a sense of accountability and responsibility that can drive students to excel. And pre-university also, education could lead to an oversupply graduated in certain fields, resulting in mismatch between skills provided by higher education institutions and the needs of the job markets. When university education is free, there is often an increase in the number of students pursuing degrees in popular fields, potentially leading to a surplus of graduates with similar qualifications. This imbalance can create a scenario where many graduates are unable to find job in their chosen field, leading to an underdeployment and disaffection in their own job and career in the future. While on the other hand, vocational and technical fields or other terms of fields which are critical to the economy might suffer from a lack of skilled worker. By charging tuition free, university can better manage enrollment numbers and align their programs with market demands, ensuring a more balanced and effective workforce. Implementing and maintaining a system of free university education involves a significant administrative and challenge, and which government will need to establish complex funding mechanism, monitor spending, and ensure that universities are efficiently managing resources. And this can lead to increased inefficiency and potentially corruption in the government. Moreover, university might become overly reliant on government funding, which can be subject to political changes and an economic fluctuation. This dependency can create uncertainty and instability within the higher education system, affecting both students and faculty. A system that incorporates tuition fee allows university to have more control over their finance and operations, fostering a more stable and autonomous education environment. But the, and environment. Also, free education's university can lead to an overabundance of degree holder, which in turn can devalue the worth of university degree if everyone has access to free higher educations. The exclusivity and the prestige associated with a university degree might diminish. This can result in a graduate facing greater competition and competitors in the job market, where employer might place less value on the degree due to their widespread availability. And this devaluation of degree can have a long-term negative effect on the job market and the economic, which employer may begin to look for an alternative qualification such as work and experience or vocational certifications to differentiate education candidates to shift. This shift could also undermine the traditional role of university in preparing individuals for professional career. Private institutions, also free public university education, could also negatively impact private and alternative education institution. And this institution often provides specialized programs and also innovative teaching methods that cater to diverse study needs. If public university offer free education, private institutions may struggle to attract students, leading to decreased enrollment and financial instability. So in conclusion, while the idea of free university level education is appealing at first glance, a deeper analysis reveals significant drawbacks. It places an unsustainable financial burden on the state, risk lowering the quality of education, can exacerbate inequalities, and divert funds from other crucial areas of education and social service. It also diminishes the value placed on higher education and stifles the competitive spirit that drives innovations and excellence on the students and university. Okay, that's all. Thank you.